The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
With the goal on the shorthander.
A Q Media Group production.
Are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I mean, he can't miss.
Local high school sports.
Oh, it's knocked out. Oh boy, 1-0.
Also available for free on the Nice 95.5 mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
And he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside Duluth Denfeld High School for tonight's girls playoff basketball matchup between the Duluth Denfeld Hunters and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. You are now inside the Here's the Pitch pregame show brought to you by Here's the Pitch in North Branch. They are the area's premier indoor training facility. They've got fast pitch, slow pitch, and baseball batting cages. You can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great night to be up in Duluth for some basketball, and mainly because it is playoffs. And, well, the local team is still alive in the playoffs. And, well, playoffs have just started, so that is also why. But, nonetheless, it's an awesome pleasure to be out here and be able to call this game. I want to thank the AD here at Duluth Denfeld for allowing us to be here, and the region secretary as well. So appreciate them for approving us to be here, but what a night for some basketball. It's a Wednesday night. I've actually called the last, I think, 4 weeks, except for last week. I think out of the last 4, there's been 3 weeks which I have called a basketball game on Wednesday. It's not that's certainly not normal for us, but I'm okay with it. I kind of like Wednesday games. It gets a little break in the week, and it breaks up the normality of the schedule, if you will. But tonight's game is of the utmost importance here for both of these squads as they look to advance to the next round, which would be the section semifinals. But before we get too deep into talking about this game and the matchup, why don't we go ahead and hear a word from our fine sponsors, because if it weren't for them, well, we wouldn't be able to bring me up here and call this game. We also won't be able to bring you this game for free. So let's go ahead and hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then we'll be back with more in the Here's the Pitch pregame on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you.
This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX.
The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating.
It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Looking for bingo with a bang? Saturday, March 28th, 2 p.m. Gun Bingo at Dock Sports Bar and Grill in Sturgeon Lake. You get a chance to win firearms instead of cash. Yep, shotguns, rifles, pistols. Bingo! It's all for a great cause, supporting the East Central Spurs, a local chapter of Pheasants Forever. Great food, great fun, and prizes with a bang. Make a day of it. Visit DocSportsBarSturgeon.com to pre-register. Gun Bingo! Saturday, March 28th, Docks in Sturgeon Lake.
At First National Bank of Malacca, with offices in Malacca, Isle, Gilman, and Zimmerman, they pride themselves on providing small-town, personalized customer service with updated technology solutions that allow you to bank with them anytime, anywhere, whether you value calling or stopping in to talk to a real live banker, or value the convenience of online or mobile banking. They've got you covered. If you're looking for a bank that cares about you or your community, come to First National Bank at one of their 4 branch offices. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Configuring the Bluetooth. Deciding who controls the music. Remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Get your quote today at pineagency.us. Pineagency.us.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Welcome back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK Game Day. Gilman up here at Duluth Denfeld High School for the first round game of Section 7 3A, where the Chisago Lakes Wildcats get set to take on the Duluth Denfeld Hunters. Well, this should be a good matchup here. Section 7 3A is a pretty darn competitive section this year. Rockridge is kind of the team to beat, though. They have been the number one team basically all year in this section. But the middle to the back half of this section has been extremely close and competitive. And Chisago Lakes, although they've lost a couple of tight games this year, there's no reason they can't go and win this one on the road. We'll go ahead and take a look at how these teams come into tonight. We'll go ahead, though, and start with the Hunters of Duluth Denfeld as they come in as the number 4 seed, just over Chisago Lakes. They finished the regular season with a 12-14 record, 3-4 in section play, scoring 52 points per game and giving up 54 points per game. Now, the interesting part about this is they actually finished with a QRF lower than Chisago Lakes. So, that is why I'm not a huge fan of QRF, just because you can get the QRF that says, hey, they should be ranked higher, or this team should be ranked higher, and then the seeding comes out and it's flip-flopped. Now, is Chisago Lakes QRF that much higher than Denfeld's? No. No, in fact, it is only 0.4 above Denfeld's. But is it still higher? Yes, it is. So I think we need to figure out, are we going off of QRF or are we going off of, records and, strength of schedule and stuff like that? I think that needs to be figured out a little bit, because that has happened now a couple of years in a row where we see a couple of teams that, hey, they've got a QRF, but they're ranked lower than a team who's got a QRF lower than them, and sometimes much lower. So I would like to see that figured out a little bit, because, I don't know, in my opinion, a team that has a higher QRF, well, should get the higher seeding. That's why we have the QRF, but I digress. So Denfeld got the number 4 seed at 12-14, 3-4 overall in section play. About 500 on the season through 26 games. And let's take a look at their schedule. It started with 2 wins over North Branch and Carlton Renshaw. Then a loss to Proctor. There's not many teams who beat Proctor this year. Then they beat Greenway. Then they lost 4 in a row to Duluth, Marshall, Cherry, Superior, and Hermantown. Those 3 games, though, against Cherry, Superior, and Hermantown were all single-digit losses before they beat Hibbing by 3. Into the Christmas break, they would go at the Hibbing tournament and beat Moose Lake, or fall to Moose Lake Little River, and then coming out of that, they fell to Duluth East. But then they went on a nice win streak there of 5 games straight over 2 Harbors, Silver Bay, Moose Lake again, Eagle Ridge Academy, before falling to Chisholm. Then they beat Hinckley Finlayson. Then it was 4 losses in a row to Hibbing, Cloquet, Piers, and Duluth East. Before they beat Barnum, lost to Aiken, beat 2 Harbors again, lost to Rockridge, and then beat Grand Rapids to get themselves into this one last Friday. So, again, they are the number 4 seed over Chisago Lakes. Not quite sure, again, why it happened that way and why it is that way, but I don't know. I'll try and digress off of that. But taking a look at the Hunters this year, again, they played some really good teams, but they've also beaten some okay teams. But the really good teams that they have played against, like Hermantown, they only lost by 7. Hermantown has a 116 QRF, and they are the number 2 seed in this section just behind Rockridge. So they played really close with Hermantown. Excuse me, that was before the Christmas break. And I have said this before, and I will continue to say it. I don't think we truly know what a basketball team is going to be, basketball hockey is going to be, until after the Christmas break and New Year. And then I feel like that's when you can really kind of determine what the team is going to look like. So is that who they are? Are they going to be a team that played so close that they're just that much better than Chisago? I don't think so. I think Chisago Lakes has a really good chance tonight, and we'll get into why in a little bit. But still, they have beaten some good teams. They fell to some not so good teams. But the point is they did get the seed above Chisago Lakes to get the home game, whether we like that or not. Now, taking a look at some of these losses, in these losses, a lot of times I like to look and say, okay, they didn't score this amount of points. Well, that is true in many of their losses. In fact, as I continue to glance over this a few more times, and I think I've come to the consensus that, yes, all their losses have come with them scoring under 60 points. They have not gotten to 60 points in every single one of their 14 losses this year. Now, does that mean that they can't win a game scoring under 60? No, because they have. Grand Rapids. I mean, there's plenty of instances where they have. But the point is you look at that and you go, okay, well, there's something that we can look at. Can our defense hold this team under 60, and can we score, around that 60 mark? I think you'd be pretty comfortable if you're Chisago Lakes with that formula, saying, hey, if we hold them below 60 and we can score around that 60 mark, we might be in a really good spot to win this game. Now, that's really easier said than done, and that is very much so looking at the surface of things. But I think that will be something that we can touch on later in this game when we look at this game and kind of go, okay, what's the outcome, or what's it looking like here at the halfway point? So let's keep that in mind. Take a look at Chisago Lakes, though. Last year, no one was a senior. They didn't have a single senior. They had a lot of inexperience. They started a lot of young ladies. This year, they've got all those young ladies back. Good grief, I can't talk tonight. Plus, the 3 seniors in Kayla Larson, Rand Goring, and Mariana Cooksley, plus the experience from last year's squad for those younger athletes. So this team, although the record doesn't quite show how much improved they are, man, oh man, let me tell you, they are a very much improved team compared to last year. They're the number 5 seed, 7-19 overall, 3-3 in section play, scoring about 45 points per game and giving up about 53-54. Now, you might look at that and go, okay, they're struggling to get to 50 on average, which, yes, that can be an issue. But I've been able to watch this team a few times this year. Let me tell you, this defense is very good, and so is the offense when it can get going. At their schedule, they lost 2 in a row to Malacca and Osceola to begin the season, then beat Hibbing, lost to St. Agnes, beat Spectrum and Sauk Rapids Rice, lost to Big Lake, beat North Branch and Cambridge Isani. And it took a while for them to win again. They lost to, now a lot of these teams are almost at or well over 500. They lost to Proctor, Princeton, Grand Rapids, Zimmerman, St. Croix Prep, St. Francis, Cambridge Isani, Rockridge, Monticello, Becker, and Big Lake before winning their next game. How many of those were close? Plenty. Princeton, they only lost by 3. They lost to Grand Rapids by 4. And Grand Rapids is, yes, in this section. And if we take a look at where they are at the 7 seed. So that would have been a nice win to get for them. But continuing on, those 2 games right there, if you turn those around, you give them, 9 wins on the season? That probably is enough to put them in the 4 seed. But looking at another game, Cambridge Isani, they lost by 2 to Cambridge Isani. That was a game, I was there at that one. And when I was watching that game, it was just kind of like, man, Chisago Lakes just really couldn't get into rhythm. And they really just, it was like Cambridge Isani didn't quite have their number, but it was more or less, okay, Cambridge Isani is keeping them on their heels and not allowing them to flow the way they want to. So that's another one. I would even beg to differ. The Zimmerman loss by 14 is a close loss as well, because you just never know with some of those how close they really are. But after those losses, they did beat North Branch before falling to Princeton by 8. Then they lost to Sartell and Hermantown. They only lost to Hermantown, by the way, by 5. Then they beat Zimmerman at home. That was a pretty good win for them. And then lost to St. Francis. So this team is very much better than what their record shows. And I think there is no doubt in my mind, there is no doubt in my mind, this Chisago Lakes team absolutely can come on the road and pull off what would quote-unquote be an upset based off the seedings over the Hunters of Duluth Denfeld here tonight. There is no reason they can't do that and make their way to the semifinal. Go ahead and take a look at the at the bracket. You can see Rockridge number 1, North Branch 8. They'll be playing tonight. Then it's Chisago Lakes and Denfeld. The winner of this game will go and more than likely play against Rockridge. Rockridge has been a very good team. Not that North Branch couldn't pull off the upset, but it'll be very tough, and that would be at Rockridge. Then you see Hermantown, the number 2, versus Grand Rapids, and Cloquet versus Hibbing. I think the only game that is really controversial, well, controversial is stupid, but that is really kind of could go either way, that's the wording I'm looking for, is this game right here. I really do believe this is an evenly matched game with two teams who could really, it might come down to the last possession, but I truly do believe if there's a team that can win on the road over the seeding higher than them in this section, it is Chisago Lakes. And not only do I think that, I 100% believe that they can do it here tonight. That is going to do it for our Here's the Pitch pregame. We're going to go ahead and get our national anthem. We'll be back with your starting lineups after word from our fine sponsors here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Are you looking for the perfect way to promote your business? Custom apparel's the answer, and tdealers.com makes it easy. Let's build your brand together. From the design stage to production, we are on your team to create gear that gets noticed. Whether you're building a brand or repping your business, we got your back. High quality merch, fast turnaround, and no stress. So go to tdealers.com and check out our winter sweatshirt special.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Back here on KBEK, let's take a look at your starting lineups. We will start with the visiting team, as they usually do. We'll start with your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. It'll be number 20, Kayla Larson. Number 24, McKenna Thorson. Number 30, Rayanne Goring. Number 31, Madison Eagle. And number 40, Claire Beaver. Their head coach, of course, by Trig Thompson. And now we'll go over and take a look at the starting lineups for the Hunters of Duluth Denfeld. It'll be number 11, Marissa Hendricks. Number 20, Isabella Rock. Number 22, Victoria Nyland. Number 30, Lainey Reinertsen. Excuse me. Then number 35, Briera Kidd. So those are your starting lineups here for both these squads. As we wanted to mention, because I forgot to, Claire Beaver was selected as one of our KBEK Players of the Week. So congratulations there to Claire Beaver, one of our KBEK Players of the Week. So she will be honored, and because I've just been so busy, she will get our Players of the Week will be honored on our social media. They'll get a post up there tomorrow. So Hunters and Wildcats ready to go at it here in this Section 7 3A girls playoff basketball matchup. The Wildcats will get some players coming in off the bench, and probably I'll figure it out. Most notably will be Cara Hall. She'll come in off the bench and put in some good minutes for this team. We'll also get Az Leeson, who will check in, Annika Smith, along with Lily Smith. So you will see some depth here from the Wildcats. Something they didn't have a lot of last year, but they do have a little bit more of this year. Eagle and Kidd at center court for the tip, and it is going to be won by the Hunters. Hunters going to be in their maroon unis. White letters and numbers outlined in that yellow, or I think it's yellow. Meanwhile, a 3 attempt is going to be off the mark, and Eagle tried to get the rebound. It's going to go off of the Hunters, and it will go back to the Wildcats. Hunters have the white, or the yellow and white stripe underneath the sleeves and on the shorts. Meanwhile, the Wildcats are in the all whites. The green stripe down the side of the jersey in short. The green letters and numbers outlined in gold. Meanwhile, this shot is blocked and taken away by Denfeld's Hendricks. She gets both the block and steal. Meanwhile, good defense here by Larson on Reinertsen, excuse me. Hunter's trying to move this ball around, finding Hendricks at the top of the key. She's going to go for 3. That's going to be off the mark. And rebounded here by Kayla Larson. Larson will bring this one up the floor, and she'll give to Beaver. Beaver kind of the ball handler for this team. She is very dangerous, but she gives back now to Goring. Goring, a big-time shooter from 3, gets a little bit of space, and that one's going to be off the mark into the hands of Kidd with the rebound. Meanwhile, here's Hendricks to bring it forward. She'll give it on the far side to Reinertsen. She holds on, kind of waiting for the offense to set up the play. Now gives near side to Nyland. Nyland on the elbow for 3. That one is going to be good. And so far early on, it looks like the Hunters are going to shoot exclusively from 3. Now, that could change, but as of right now, they haven't taken a shot from inside the perimeter. Claire Beaver 3. Answer right back! Beaver with the 3. She says, hold up now. We can do that too. Meanwhile, here's a good pass forward from Nyland. Nyland going to wait for the offense to catch up and now give to Hendricks. Hendricks wanted that 3, but gap was closed quickly by Beaver. They're going to try and go cross court to Nyland. Nyland fakes, drives inside, gets into a little bit of trouble. They're going to get travel as it looked like Eagle actually stole the ball away. Nyland doesn't like the call. She thought she was fouled, but no, she definitely traveled there. And I think it would have been a foul had she not initiated the contact and gotten into that spot. And meanwhile, here on this near side, oh my goodness, a big, rare mistake by Goring. As she got the pass in this near side corner, I don't know if she would have been able to take the shot from there because of the defense, but that goes through her hands, and you just don't see mistakes like that from Goring. Meanwhile, they'll bring this up the court now, give to Rock. Rock going to try and drive inside. Goring got away with a little bit of a push there, trying to go inside to Kidd. Now she'll give top of the key to Hendricks. Hendricks going to try and go this one inside. That is going to be out of bounds, pass too far out in front of Reinertsen. And the ball will go back to the Wildcats on a turnover. So, pretty even play up to this point. And again, only, not even 3 minutes into this game. These two teams still kind of settling into this one. Meanwhile, here's Larson. Larson will look, trying to go to Beaver. This one's going to be stolen away by Kidd. And I could kind of see that one coming. Larson kind of lost it at one point and then lost it again. And then just kind of had that one too far out in front of her. That's a 3, though, from Hendricks. Good screens being set here by the Hunters. And Wildcats just kind of getting lost out there defensively. Meanwhile, here's Beaver. She'll bring it forward. Now try and get around the defender. She'll drive to the basket and lay it in for 2. Claire Beaver answers back. And although they're still down by 1, Claire Beaver is not blinking an eye. She is quickly shaking off the nerves here for this playoff game. This nearly stolen away by Goring, but it goes right back into the hands of Reinertsen, who had lost it for a moment. They'll kick back outside now to Rock. Rock looking at Nyland, and now she'll give it to Reynertson. Reynertson will just take the shot from 3. That's going to be no good, but it will fall into the hands of Rock for the rebound. To the basket, that's going to be good by Reynertson for 2. 8-5, and Beaver will bring it forward. Beaver will drift to this near side. They go left to right on your radio dial. Right to left go the Hunters. Goring with it. She'll try and give inside to Eagle. Eagle gets through a little bit of contact, and she's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. This one's going to go against Riera Kidd, her first, team's first, and now Madison Eagle will shoot free throws. First one's good. We got a substitution here for the Hunters. Checking in will be number 51, Riesha Kidd. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I sincerely apologize. One of the things I hate more than anything is pronouncing names wrong. Meanwhile, here's the shot. It is missed, and will be rebounded by the Hunters. So 8-6, our score will remain. Here's Reynertson on this elbow near side. That's good, and again, the Wildcats just got lost in defense. Just not in the right spot, and early on, that is a problem. And again, the Hunters shooting, and I'm not kidding when I say this, exclusively from 3. They are not going to shoot. They're not going to try and throw this ball inside. Not at all. Meanwhile, here's a steal from Larson. Larson, kick outside, Goring 3. Off the backboard, it's good! Larson with the steal, gave to Thorson. Thorson kick out to Goring, and we're tied at 11, just like that. Well, that didn't take long for the defense to show up there for the Wildcats. Larson, though, such a savvy veteran of this team. Not surprised that she got one there. This shot is up, and that's going to be no good by Kidd. Larson with the rebound. Larson, kind of one of the captains, obviously the seniors, but she has done a really good job of taking leadership in this team, and we're going to get a foul here on the Hunters. This one's going to go against Isabella Rock, her first, team second. And now we will get one of the other seniors into the game, Mariana Cooksley, as well as 14. I know who that is, and I just can't remember. It's not on the roster, but I do know who that is, and at this point, I just can't. It just has it. There, Annika Smith. I was looking at the wrong roster, so. Meanwhile, here's a 3 from the Wildcats. It's no good, but knocked out of bounds by the Hunters, so it will stay with the Wildcats. Annika Smith and Mariana Cooksley into the game. Just want to reiterate that. Meanwhile, Claire Beaver will now inbound, trying to find Cooksley. Instead, to Larson. Larson's going to come up short. Well, it's the right idea there by Larson. Right idea, but she just did not get into that shot enough. She didn't handle it the greatest, and then she was short on it. I think she may have overthought it being that wide open. Meanwhile, here's Hendricks with the ball. Trying to drive inside again. They're not going to go and try and get this ball inside. They're going to shoot exclusively from 3 at this point. Here is Nyland from 3. That's good. Yeah, all I'm seeing is they're going to try and fake like they're going inside. They're not going to try and shoot this ball from inside. Oh, they called that a 2, by the way. So that ball, or her foot, Nyland's, must have been on the line that I did not see. So it was a long 2 for Nyland. Meanwhile, Beaver will inbound. She'll go to Larson. Larson pulls it down. She'll go inside to Cooksley, and Cooksley's going to draw the foul, excuse me. This is going to go against Riesha Kidd. That's her first, team's third, and now into the game is number 4, Annika Hall. Meanwhile, here's the kick over to Larson off the inbound. Although I do still believe that Cara Hall is number 4. She wore number 2 last year, but I think they have her in number 4 this year. Here's a 3 from Beaver. It's through. And that one is a 3. She was definitely behind the 3-point line. Meanwhile, here they go up the court. Nyland moving the ball quickly, and they do have an open shot in Cooksley. Well, Cooksley did the right thing there. Cooksley went for the block, picked up the foul, And again, yes, she does pick up the foul, but that is the right move by Cooksley to pick up that foul because you now force Rock to go to the free throw line and not just get an easy layup. So that's a good foul there by Cooksley. Meanwhile, Rock is going to make the first, so first one is good, but that only ties us at 14. This one going to be no good there by Rock, but rebounded by Kidd. Briacia Kidd. And we get another foul here on the Wildcats. This one going to go against 14. That's Annika Smith with her first, and the team's second. Briacia Kidd now will shoot 2. Her first one, no good. And now into the game for the Hunters will be number 2, Maya Liddell. This one rings out. Rebounded there by Larson. And Larson will bring it forward. She gives to Beaver. Beaver on this near side, hands it off to Hall. Again, I believe it's Cara Hall. I could be wrong, though. Now Cooksley will drive. She gives back outside Beaver. Cooksley was bumped. Actually, she maybe got hit in the mouth, it looks like. She was at least grabbing at her mouth, and this one's going to be knocked out of bounds. They're letting them play. I don't know if Briacia Kidd shouldn't have been maybe called for a foul there. That was pretty physical. And again, it wasn't wrong, but I don't know. I felt like that one was a little bit too much. Well, 35 checks into the game. That number and name we do not have on the roster for Chisago Lake, so we will, when we have a moment, try and look that up for you. Meanwhile, here's a 3. That's going to be no good, and that's rebounded by Hall. So Hall now brings it forward, gives to Smith. Annika Smith will drive to the far side, now give back to Beaver. Beaver will try and drive inside. In amongst traffic, she lost it. And unfortunately, as she went through, she kind of lost it and got it and held onto it on her hip. Somehow, some way, she still picked it back up to try and go for the layup, but it was out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Beaver, although Coach Thompson, he was saying that it was tipped. Well, the Hunters have it back. Here's Liddell trying to drive. Her shot a little bit long. And a rebound here by number 35. Again, we will find out who that is when we have a chance. Beaver gets the pass from 35, and now she'll look to Smith instead. Oh, has it poked out, but Beaver just pushes it there to Smith. Now to Cooksley, now to Beaver again. Over to Hall. Hall, the long 3. Oh, it's just off the front of the rim. Nice rebound there by, again, 35. Still up for grabs. They try to get it on the far side to Smith. They're going to say it was knocked out of bounds by the Hunters. Briera Kidd back in for Briacia. And I think we'll get one more substitution. As coming into the game now is number 25, Eliana Davis. So they will also get some depth out on the court, will the Hunters. Like I said, I hadn't seen this team this year, so I wasn't sure how deep they would go, but they're going pretty deep here in the first half. 10:20 to go. We're tied at 14. Beaver will try and inbound. She'll find Hall. Hall on the elbow on the far side. Will give right back to Cooksley. Cooksley will dribble. She'll spin back around. Trying to find somewhere to go with the ball. Trying to drive inside. Puts up a shot. Does get the touch. And Mariana Cooksley will drop it in for 2. What a shot by Cooksley. She was bumped and pushed and battered, and she still got the touch on that one. Nice job. Davis with the ball for the Hunters on the offensive zone. Nearly had it stolen away. Instead, they're going to get, yes, a travel there on Davis. I was wondering, because as she picked that ball up to get it away from the defender, she kind of stutter-stepped a little bit to try and find the pass. And, yes, they do call her for the travel. Meanwhile, here's Beaver to bring it forward on the pass from Hall. Now she gives it back to Hall. Hall will give, again, I apologize, 35, no name yet. Annika Smith will drive. She stops, kicks out to Cooksley. Cooksley will take the 3. Oh, I wanted to say good, but it is going to be off the mark, and it will go out of bounds, and this will go back to Denfeld. 16-14 is the score on that Embrace Orthodontic score. We're not quite halfway through this first half as the Hunters bring it forward with Victoria Nyland. Nyland will drive to the far side. She's hit a couple of long shots. This one going to be a long 2. That's going to be no good, and Cooksley will pull in the rebound. Cooksley will give off to Hall. Hall looking to Beaver. Beaver on the far side. She takes a glance, gives to, again, number 35. I apologize. I may continue to do that until we figure out her name. Here's Cooksey. She gives to 35. Oh, and then the pass inside. She just didn't see Nyland. Yeah, Nyland was right there, and now Nyland nearly lost it. She'll give on the far side here to Liddell. She'll drive inside, put up a shot that was off the mark, rebounded by Claire Beaver. Beaver with the rebound. She brings it up on this near side. Trying to drive inside, spin move, got the edge, and does get the touch. Claire Beaver drops it in for 2. Claire Beaver has put her name on this game already early on. She's got 12 points. Here's Nyland. Bounce pass here to Kidd. Kidd back outside now to, I think that's Rock. No, that instead is Raynertston for 3. 18-17. And again, that's just what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and suck you in and then kick outside for the 3. Meanwhile, here's Hall for the 3 on the kick from Beaver. That's going to be long. Oh, and through the hands. And it's going to be rebounded for Raynertson. Stolen right back by 35. Going to come up short on the shot. And it's rebounded here by the Hunters. Davis, and this is going to be poked out, and they're going to say it was last touched by Denfeld. Now checking into the game for the Wildcats is number 23, Lily Smith. So Smith back in. Hunters also got a few substitutions, but they are already players who have been on the court, so nobody knew yet. Here's Lily Smith to inbound. She'll give to Cooksley. Cooksley fakes the pass, will try and drive to the basket. Now gives to Annika Smith. That shot is going to roll in for Annika Smith for 2 to make it 20-17. Meanwhile, here come the Hunters. Here's Hendricks with it. Hendricks on the elbow, trying to get around Cooksley. Cooksley just playing off a little bit, but giving her enough space to where she has nowhere to go. Davis with it now. Now collapsing in on her is Annika Smith. She'll try and drive to the basket, and Hall, I don't know, Hall looked like she had her hands up there. You're going to say she initiated contact. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. So she'll pick up her first, team's 3rd. And at the line shooting 2, I believe, is Leona Davis. First one is up. Oh, just. Does roll in off the front of the rim. Larson and Beaver into the game for the Wildcats. Or, I'm sorry, Larson and Eagle. Good grief. Still haven't figured it out. Davis is going to come up short on that one. Didn't hit the rim, so she will not get a second attempt. You can only get a rebound attempt after the second one if you hit the rim. And she did not there. We got a substitution here for the Hunters. Looks like more of a speed package in there for them. And here's Lily Smith to bring it up the court. She'll give over to Larson. Larson will take it and give to Hall. Now over to Lily Smith. Smith to Annika Smith. Annika will look, give it to Larson. Larson inbound, pass inside to Eagle. Larson going back inside to Eagle, back outside. Hall for 3. Oh, just off the mark, a little too strong. Rebounded here by Hendricks. Nearly stolen away, but she gets it off now to Nyland. Nyland will bring it up the court, drift to the far side. She'll now cut back inside. Got a little bit of lane. And stolen away by Eagle. Eagle just stonewalled her right there, said, you shall not pass. I mean, great job at just setting her feet and not giving an inch of ground there by Eagle. Lily Smith gives out to Annika. She has the lane. It's off the mark, a little too strong, but Eagle's there for the putback. And the rebound for 2, and that will get a timeout called here by the Hunters. And while they take one, we will as well. 22-18 is our score. Back after word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
ECE Fiber Internet, the best choice for you. Affordable packages for home and business with reliable service and no hidden fees. ECE Fiber, connecting you to what matters most. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, currently trying to find number 35 for Chisago Lakes. I haven't found it yet, but I feel like I'm close. Let's see if we can't get it right here. So 35, no, not there. Don't worry, folks, we'll get it. We'll get it. We still got a couple opportunities here. We still got a way to figure it out. Meanwhile, back to action as the Hunters bring it forward. They have it on the far side, trying to get to Nyland on the near side. Hendricks makes that pass now on the far side, a long two from Raynertson, and she hits to make it 22-20. But the Wildcats wasting no time getting themselves back up the court. Goring a long three. That may have been a little bit ill-advised on that one. I understand the shot. I totally get the shot. I'm almost okay with it. I would have liked to have seen her, though, take one step closer and then take that shot, because she was about 5 feet from that three-point line, maybe even 6, and took that shot from way out there. Now, I don't mind it. Meanwhile, they leave Hendricks wide open. Luckily, that one's going to miss, but it's going to be knocked out by Denfeld, I guess. Okay. I thought it was off of Chisago Lakes, but I am wrong. Yeah, so I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There is, I have not found 35. Meanwhile, here is a three from Goring. It's good. Goring makes it 25-20. So as I'm sitting here figuring out who is who, Goring says, hey, wait a minute, don't forget about me. Here's a three attempt from the Hunters. Oh, got a lucky bounce. You talk about a lucky bounce. That's definitely a home rim that knows it's a home rim. Raynertson hits from three, and that had no business going in. It hit so hard, but it found its way in. Here's Goring. Goring trying to find a way to the basket. Now into a trap on the far side. Gives to Lily Smith from three. That's going to be no good. And rebounded there by Nyland. Here comes Rock to bring it up the court. Gives on the far side to Hendricks. Hendricks back to Rock. Rock will look. Give back to Hendricks. Left almost alone, but she sees the defense get there real quick. Now they'll give inside, and, well, that was too easy. Eagle gets the steal, and she'll hand it off to Lily Smith. Lily Smith will give now to Larson. This Hunters defense is very opportunistic with getting these balls, and they've almost stolen away now multiple times. Here's a three. A little too strong there for Goring. Eagle with the rebound, and two! Well, if the rebound is that close to go to Eagle, I wish you the best of luck on trying to get it away from her. She just does not give ground, and she does such a good job of pulling these rebounds in and then putting it back in for two. And she's still got a few years left on this team, so she can only get better. Meanwhile, here's the give inside to Briera Kid. Now a three from Nyland. Just can't leave him alone, but luckily that one is off the mark, and Larson will get the rebound. Leads the team with 4 here in the first half as we're just under 4.5 to go. Here's the pass from Thorson over to Larson, stolen away by Nyland. And Nyland to the basket. Larson, good defense, rebounded there by Goring. She misses. Nice job there by the Hunters. Nyland up on Goring, give to now to Larson, back to Goring. Goring into the far side to Thorson. Thorson will take it. Oh, I thought you wanted Larson at the top of the key. Larson went into the corner. Now to Smith. Eagle out to Larson. Larson going to try and drive. Larson trying to find an outlet. There's just nothing there. They're going to get her for a travel, yeah. She tried to keep her feet and then go up, but she kind of stumbled, and so as to keep her feet, she had to shuffle them. Beaver will check in for Lily Smith, and the Hunters will get the ball back. Meanwhile, checking in now for the Hunters is going to be Amaya Liddell, and also Briesha Kid. And now she'll, no, yes. No, she just didn't check in at the scores table. Okay, that was the only problem. We're good. So here come the Hunters. It will be Nyland to bring it forward. Yeah, her and Claire Beaver are probably going to see each other a lot, and they play somewhat similar. Meanwhile, Beaver couldn't get around the screen, and it's a three for Nyland. Beaver just didn't see the three being set up by Briesha Kid, which is unfortunate because Briesha Kid had that set up for a long time, and Beaver, she'll know next time. Beaver will give outside now to Thorson. Thorson will take the three. It's going to come up short and into the hands of Hendricks. Hendricks will bring it forward. Now on the far side, she gives to Nyland. Nyland trying to get a screen now. Briesha Kid nearly had it blocked by Eagle. Still trying to find somewhere to go with it. Gives now to Reynertson. Top the key here to Liddell underneath. And that one's going to be good for Kidd for 2. And here's the lead now for the Hunters with under 3 to go. Claire Beaver will bring it up. She'll give over to Larson. Oh, complete miscommunication there between Larson and Thorson. Larson was passing it to Thorson, who was kind of wide open in the corner for a 3. And Thorson instead cut to the basket, and they just kind of looked at each other and went, whoops. Now, if you're the Wildcats, you can't allow this to snowball into something more. You're still only down by 1, so need to get back in it real quick and not allow the Hunters an open 3, which they have done a lot of here in this first half. Kick outside, and Reynertson, yeah, that's a lone for 3, and that one's going to be off the mark. And Nyland got there, but it's going to go out of bounds off of her, so Chisago Lakes will get it back. 28-27, 2:22 to go in the first half on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll leave you with a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. Here's Beaver. She'll take it, give out to Thorson. Thorson, that's going to come up short. I don't know if that one was blocked or not, but it just looked a little bit awkward. So it's rebounded by Kidd. I'll give here to Hendricks. Hendricks will find Liddell on the far side now to Nyland in the face of some pressure. It's in and out, and woo, lucky there for the Wildcats because that would have been a 4-point lead, and at this point that may have been momentum switching. Meanwhile, here's the give from Larson to Goring. They'll try and go underneath to Eagle, and they're going to get a foul here on Briasha Kidd, which will be her second, team's 4th. We got a timeout called here by Chisago Lakes. It'll be 30 seconds in length. We'll take a commercial break as well.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, Wildcats trail in this Section 7 3A girls playoff basketball game. 28-27 with just under 2 minutes to go before halftime. Both teams kind of felt each other out in the first couple minutes, and then the Wildcats were down by a couple. They got the lead and hadn't looked back until about the 2-minute mark when the Hunters took the lead after a 3 from Nyland. And the Hunters have almost been exclusively shooting from outside the perimeter. There have been very few shots that have been inside the 3-point line here this evening. Meanwhile, here's Goring trying to get the lead right. Oh, it's in and out, and now this rebound. Eagle, yes, she pulls it back in. Now to Thorson. She's trying to get that 3 down, and finally she drills one. That'll make it 30-28. Nice job, Thorson. I love the fact that Thorson just kept shooting. She wasn't discouraged by the missed 3 she had the other times around. She just kept shooting, and that one falls. Meanwhile, Liddell was left alone, and that one's going to go long. Eagle, yes, gets the rebound. How did Nyland not get called? How is that not a foul? My goodness, there could have been 2 there, and they finally get Nyland for the foul. Eagle had the rebound, and there was about 3 different times that Nyland got the arm of Eagle, and they finally call the foul. So Nyland will pick up her first, team's 5th. And Larson will inbound to Beaver. Now a little bit of full court press here being shown by the Hunters. So a little bit of a change there, but Beaver gets the edge. Beaver going to drive, give now to Larson. Larson gets around one defender. She'll kick outside to Goring. Goring will look. She tries to dribble, but has to give it off to Larson on the far side. Under a minute to go now. Larson will look, give to Beaver. Beaver. And I think if you're the Wildcats, you're okay with taking a lot of time off the clock. Just make sure you don't turn it, well, over. Liddell's going to get the steal as Thorson was driving. She kind of lost it. Then she kind of put it up, but it just kind of rolled off her arm. Now here's the drive by Reynertson. She'll kick to the far side. Nyland again left alone from 3. This is going to come up short, though, into the hands of Larson. So the Wildcats catch a massive break. 25 seconds to go. They'll kick over to Beaver. Beaver's going to take the long 3. It's going to be off the mark. Eagle gets the rebound and does get to Larson. On the far side for Thorson. Thorson will look. 10, 9, and 8. Who will they go to? Larson lost it. Beaver going to try and drive, put up a shot off the glass. It's going to be no good. Eagle got it. Oh, and they weren't able to get it to someone in time. So Eagle got it. She picked it up, and then she dropped it. And then she tried to give it to Larson for the last second shot, and she just couldn't pick it up cleanly. But that is going to do it for the first half of action. What a half it was between these two teams. And, well, like I said in the pregame, these two teams are very, very evenly matched. And so far, that has been the case. Well, that'll be halftime here, and stay tuned after a word from our fine sponsors. We'll be back for your halftime show, which is brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora.
In service to one, in service to all, for over 100 years, the Pine City Knights of Columbus has donated thousands of dollars and volunteered countless hours to many great programs in the Pine City community. Stay tuned for more information about their upcoming events. They need your support at these events to help raise funds for the continued support of these programs.
CF Moto gives you everything you're looking for in off-road side-by-sides and utility by-sides. Not only does CF Moto offer comfort, but refined performance, and is found at Caswell Cycle in Mora. For those craving big adventures for off-road, CF Moto can help you get out on that next adventure with CF Moto Power Sports. Experience more together. The best place to purchase CF Moto off-road side-by-sides is Caswell Cycle. The fun starts here. Caswell Cycle, Mora. Motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides can be dangerous to operate. Review all product manuals, labels, and safety information before operating. Always wear your safety gear and never operate a CF Moto vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Visit cfmotousa.com for complete training and safety guidelines.
Did you know that at Pine City Family Chiropractic you can unwind and de-stress with a relaxing massage? Pine City Family Chiropractic is proud to offer massage therapy as an addition to your health and wellness goals. Our therapists are highly trained in many modalities from therapeutic to relaxing. Each of our therapists can customize your session to your specific needs. Call Pine City Family Chiropractic at 320-629-6717 to schedule your massage today.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall. ECE Fiber is built by your community for your community. Work, play, and stay connected to what matters most. We offer affordable home and business packages with no hidden fees and 24/7 support. ECE Fiber, easy to use, simple to set up. That's a cooperative difference. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 9. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
We're out here on the range today to remind you that high school trap season is almost upon us. And if you or your favorite shooter needs to get geared up, the place to go is Almost Yours Gun & Pawn. They've got the largest selection of new and used firearms, plenty of ammo for practice and competition. They've got archery gear, conceal and carry classes, and loading supplies. So if you're getting ready to head out on the range, make your first stop to Almost Yours Gun & Pawn. Whew, nice one.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Welcome back, folks, and we're now into the Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Brought to you, of course, by Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora. So as we take a look at the first half stats here, and obviously Chisago Lakes leads on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard 30-28. Leading the way for the Hunters of Denfeld was Lainey Raynertson. She had 13 points, then 8 for Victoria Nyland. Then you had 3 for Hendricks, 2 for Briacia Kidd, and 1 for Eliana Davis. They had 5 steals, 1 block, and 5 team fouls. On the other side, for your Wildcats, leading the way with 12 points was Claire Beaver. Then 6 for Rayanne Goring, 5 for Madison Eagle, 3 for McKenna Thorson, 2 for Mariana Cooksley, and Annika Smith. And I think 35, I think I figured it out, is either Lucasen or Pullman. I think it is one of those young ladies, so I just wanted to mention that. I know that's still not a great help, so it's either Autumn Lucasen or Jaden Pullman. So it is one of those young ladies, and I apologize, I do not know which. But continuing on with these stats here for Chisago Lakes, they had 4 steals and 3 team fouls. So again, kind of a feeling out process in the beginning of that first half, which is kind of understandable, especially in a playoff game. Both teams just kind of trying to knock off the rust and get the nerves, to kind of get rid of the nerves, and they did that. And then all of a sudden, it was on. It was on. Hunters took a lead quickly, but then the Wildcats came back and took the lead for pretty much the entire first half. It wasn't until about 2 minutes left in the half that the Hunters actually retook the lead, but that was also short-lived because just a short time later, about 30, 40 seconds later, the Wildcats retook the lead by 2, 38-28, or 30, to 28, and held on to the lead throughout halftime. Now, the unfortunate thing for Chisago Lakes is, well, they weren't able to capitalize at the end of the half. With under 30 seconds to go, the Hunters missed a shot, and the Wildcats had a chance to go down and score. While they missed the first shot, they had a couple of extra chances to get a shot off, but unfortunately they just couldn't do so. They could have been up by 4 or 5 points at the half instead of the just 2 in which they are, but they still do lead 30-28 at the half despite that, and it was a really good first half between these two teams. One of the things, though, that I noticed was the fact that the Hunters, especially early on, not so much as the half went along. Yeah, they still did, but especially early on in that first half, man, it was almost exclusively they were shooting from 3. They had 1 drive inside, I think, in the first 9 minutes, maybe 2, but then it was quick push back out to try and get the 3. So they were shooting pretty much all from outside or at the 3-point line. There were not many shots that came from inside. There were a couple, and the Hunters did make a couple, counting them up, 1, 2. Well, there was one that looked like that was a 3, but so 3 and 4. So technically, yes, there were 4 that they made, but the rest were all 3-point shots. And again, all they really did was kind of work the ball inside a little bit, then kick back outside and get a screen that forces an open player. So in this second half, what I want to see from Chisago Lakes is, 1, be able to break the screen. Be able to not even break it so much, just as notice it. Just notice the screen, where it's being set up, where it's coming from, where it's going to be set at, and then getting around that so as not to allow an open shooter. Otherwise, they did a fairly good job defensively, I thought. They didn't do terrible. I was pretty impressed with the job that they did defensively. They did a good job of getting the rebounds. Actually, both teams did a good job getting defensive rebounds off the glass, but Chisago Lakes didn't allow too many second or third chance opportunities. While the Wildcats did get a couple more than the Hunters, it was still pretty even on the rebound side of things for both squads. So if I'm Chisago Lakes here in the second half, again, I just want to be more cognizant of where these screens are coming from, where they're going to be set up at, and how to get around them. And then obviously offensively, I want to continue to keep giving yourself second and third chance scoring opportunities on the offensive glass. That's obviously going to come a lot from Madison Eagle. But also, you got Larson, who leads the team with defensive rebounds. Almost all of her rebounds have been defensive. They both have 6 to lead the team. But I'm looking to Goring, get her going from 3. She can obviously hit it from long range. Thorson shown that she can do it. Beaver, obviously. I want to see Annika Hall get going from 3 as well, because we know that she can do it really well. Annika Hall is number 4, by the way. I was not correct, so I was wrong on that case. But I want to see them kind of get that 3 ball going, but also continue to work that ball inside to Eagle, to Larson, to Cooksley. Don't be afraid to work it inside, despite there being heavy traffic from the Hunters at times inside. So those are my keys to the second half here for your Wildcats of Chisago Lakes. There's the buzzer. The halftime is over. That was your halftime show, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They've got over 44 years of experience getting vehicles back on the road. State-of-the-art facilities there in Mora. Plus, they are ICAR and ASE certified. So here we go. We are set to begin half number 2. Again, we'll show you the bracket. The winner of this one moves on and plays the winner of Rockridge and North Branch at the high seed. So if somehow Rockridge fell to North Branch, the team winner of this one would host North Branch. So here we go. We are underway. Wildcats will start the half with the ball. They'll go right to left on your radio dial. Hunters will go left to right. Well, here's the Wildcats with it. Goring on the outside. Going to try and get this one off the glass. It's just off the mark, and Nyland will get the rebound there for the Hunters. Well, I like that shot by Goring. I wanted kind of to see her take charge a little bit and go to the basket a little bit more. Meanwhile, here's a missed shot from the Hunters, and Eagle's going to get the rebound, because I think she could have drawn it. I think she had the defender on her heels a little bit, and I think with her speed and agility, I think she could have gotten to the basket a little bit better than the defender would have liked. Well, here's Claire Beaver on the pass from Goring. She'll kind of reset at the top of the key. Now give it to Thorson. Thorson will try and drive, and she'll put one up. A little too strong there, and it's rebounded by Briara Kidd. So first, minute kind of looks like the beginning of the first half, just kind of knocking off the nerves. And again, getting back into rhythm in the second half can sometimes be a little bit hard, but Eagle trying to defend, and they left Nyland wide open, and you just can't let that happen. And that has happened far too often, and a lot of times that's where the Hunters made their threes, was just getting wide open like that. And if you're the Wildcats, again, just can't allow that to happen. Meanwhile, Goring, that one seemed a little bit rushed on that shot. She tried to put up a floater, but well off the mark. Meanwhile, Larson nearly gets a but they're going to get her for a foul. So as she went for the ball, she kind of got into the legs of the offensive player, and, she tripped and took her down. So that'll be her first foul, team's first. And as much as I don't like it, because it's just legs getting tangled up, it is the right call, but give credit to Hendricks. I know all you Wildcat fans are going, wait a minute, we're broadcast for the Wildcats. What are you doing? Well, Hendricks did a good job of just kind of staying put and allowing herself to fall. Meanwhile, here's a missed 3 from Nyland, rebounded by Eagle. And now here come the Wildcats. Goring with it. She wanted to go from long 3. Instead, she'll pull it down, give to Larson, now to Beaver on the far side. They want to go inside to Eagle. She's just guarded a little too well. Now give to Goring. Goring going to take it inside herself. Puts this one up. Oh, can't get the roll. But she'll go and shoot 2 anyways. Almost got that roll. It would have been an and 1. But just couldn't find that friendly roll. And this foul going to go against Briara Kidd, her second, team's first of the half. And Goring will shoot 2. First one is up, gets the roll, and it's good off the front of the rim. So we're tied at 31 apiece. And that one's not going to. So she got the friendly roll on the first, but not on that one, and that was rebounded there by Raynertson. Here comes Nyland. Nyland, drive inside. Shot. Oh, what? Really late whistle. Holy cow. That ball, they're going to get this one on Eagle, I guess. Her first, team second. That was a really late whistle. That doesn't mean that it shouldn't have happened. It's just, wow, sometimes when they're that late, it's like, I think you just might need to leave it. Obviously, that's coming from my fan side for the Wildcats, but trying to be a broadcaster, you got to be professional, and I'll try to do that. Meanwhile, Nyland missed on the first. She will get the second. That one rung around a few times before falling through. So 1-2 there. Inbound goes to Beaver, and Beaver will bring it forward. Beaver tries to turn on the Jets, gets around the defender. Spin move inside, that one too strong. And this will be a tie-up, and we're going to jump ball, and possession will point the way of the Hunters. (32-31) is our score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Find out more at EmbraceMN.com. Well, you just can't leave them wide open like that from three. Luckily, it was missed, and Claire Beaver is going to get the rebound. Claire Beaver will bring it up the court on the far side. She looks over the offense, trying to find somewhere to go with it as she picks up her dribble. She'll get back to Larson. Larson will go over to Goring now at the top of the key. Goring looks at the basket, then fakes, drives inside. Oh, she had a wide open Beaver on the far side, but luckily, Eagle is going to get that one back and put it in for two. Yeah, Goring just kind of missed Beaver on the far side for three. She was wide open. Meanwhile, here's Beara Kidd as this pass was blocked, knocked away, stolen away by Claire Beaver. Beaver is making her presence felt. Out to Thorson now. Thorson will pull it down, give to Goring. Top of the key for three is going to come up short. It almost into the hands of Larson. Oh, they let that one go. I'm surprised. Larson going to, well, I guess come up with the rebound, and then it was stolen away, I guess. I don't know. Meanwhile, Ray Nertson will come up with the steal, and this pass way too far out in front, and Beaver's going to get another one. Her second in as many possessions. So here's Goring to bring it up the court. She'll hand it out to Beaver. Beaver goes inside to Eagle. Kick back outside. Oh, again, Goring. That one, to be fair, that one did go a little bit low, was towards the knees, but that's when Goring has to pull in out there because she's going to have a wide open three on the far side. Just unfortunately couldn't hold on to it. Meanwhile, Annika Hall check into the game for Goring. Annika Hall and Claire Beaver had a really good connection last year, and then unfortunately for Annika Hall, she was out with a leg injury for almost the last half of last year and then some of this year as well. And so she's still kind of getting back into form, but don't get me wrong, she is still one of their better players, and her and Beaver still absolutely have that connection. Annika Hall last year was only a freshman, so it's pretty impressive. Oh, she got away with a carry, an absolute carry. How in the world does that not get called? Ray Nertson's going to drop it in for two, but Hendricks got away with a full-on carry. She held it in her pocket. Well, here's Eagle trying to go up for two. It's going to be no good. How is she not fouled there? Oh, my word. Thorson's going to get the rebound. Got a missed foul here on the Hunters. Now we'll get another one. This one's finally called. This one's going to go against Briasha Kidd, her third, team's second. Cooksley will check into the game for Eagle. And Eagle getting a well-deserved breather. Eagle's been battling out there. She's been battered and bruised too. My goodness. Inbound will go to Hall. Hall will look, trying to get Thorson. She gets a screen. Beautiful screen set up back outside now to Thorson. Thorson will try and drive inside herself. This one's not going to be good. She draws the foul though. Hunter's coach says, hey, her hands were up. They're going to get Briasha Kidd? I don't think that's, I didn't think that's who they were going to get the foul on, but I guess so. Meanwhile, Thorson hits the first, so we're tied at 34. And Briasha Kidd, unfortunately, will have to check out with her fourth foul, so she will probably have to sit for a while. She'll check in, though, into the game later on, no doubt, but just unfortunately, she will have to sit with her fourth. You don't want her to foul out this early. Meanwhile, Thorson, first one was good. This one going to be no good. Man, it was halfway in before rolling out. Larson nearly got the steal there for the Wildcats. Almost got it again. Now they're going to get her for a foul. Get her for a reach-in. Come on. It was clean. As I sit here and broadcast for the Wildcats. Inbound will go to the Hunters. Hendricks will give on the far side there to Ray Nertson. Ray Nertson trying to drive. Now double team, trying to get this one outside. That ball up for grabs. It does find its way to Davis. Shot is somehow up and good. Don't know how that one fell, but hey, again, the rim is understanding that I am the home rim here tonight. I need to act like it. Well, here's Beaver. Beaver trying to spin move inside. Give back outside to Cooksley. Cooksley will give now to Larson. Larson will try and drive. Give to Thorson. Thorson will put up a three. No good. And Cooksley gets the rebound trying to get back into Thorson. And it's going to go out. Well, really good effort there by Cooksley to try and keep that one alive, but just too strong as she threw it back in. She had the right spot for that one, but just went too long. And now we're going to get a timeout called here by the Hunters. While they take one, we will as well, back after our fine sponsors on KBK.
Eat better, buy more, spend less is more than a slogan at Chris's Food Center. From fresh produce to top quality meats and prime rib dinner served every Friday night. Visit Chris's Food Center in Sandstone or check out their weekly deals at chrissfoodcenter.com.
The anytime for anyone that's got a little of everything for that special someone. Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone. Northern Bloom carries handmade, one-of-a-kind gifts. And whether you want to pick up a bouquet of flowers on the way home or have them delivered to the ones you love, think Northern Bloom and Gifts in Sandstone.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, in this Section 7 3A girls playoff basketball matchup between the Duluth Denfeld Hunters and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. Wildcats trail by 2 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard with just under 13 minutes to go in the second half. 12:57 exactly on the scoreboard. Hunters have it after the timeout. Nyland will get the inbound, and again, you want to try and make sure she's not left alone. Trying to go underneath, but Monica Hall gets the steal. Set up, great place, perfect place, right time. Meanwhile, here's Beaver, kick over to Thorson. Thorson now holds on to it. Larson cut inside. Instead, she'll go to Cooksley at the top of the key. Now over to Hall. Hall will kick now to Beaver, trying to go inside to Cooksley. Back outside Beaver. Beaver on the elbow for three. It's going to be too strong, and it's into the hands there of Liddell, and we're going to get a foul here on the Wildcats. Larson going to pick up her third. Team's fourth. Inbound to Nyland again. Again, this has been a very, very good ball game between these two teams. It's been close like I expected it to be. Here in the second half, just seems like Wildcats offense not quite able to get back on the same page. Here's a three that is missed. It's rebounded by Hendricks. So the Hunters will get a second chance. Now again to Davis. Davis instead going to drive inside. This one too strong. Gonna almost get her own rebound, but couldn't quite pull it in. Instead, it's Thorson who does. She'll give up to Beaver. Now to Larson at the top of the key to Cooksley. Cooksley fakes the give one way, drives. She'll pull up from the free throw line. That's going to be too strong. Good look there from Cooksley, but just a little too much on that one. That was a correct shot, too. That was a really good drive, a really good look, and the right shot, just too strong on it. Well, here's the Hunters. They're trying to be very careful with this ball. Hendricks with it now, trying to find somebody open. They'll go on this near side to Davis, top of the key. Hendricks inside now, and they'll go underneath the Nyland. Stolen away by Thorson. Thorson just says, give me that. That is mine. Great steal there by Thorson, and Larson now will bring it forward. Larson will look. She'll kick over to Beaver on the far side. She'll get a screen. Now Beaver gives to Cooksley. Cooksley fakes to Hall, and she'll drift to the far side. Now she'll give to Thorson. Thorson at the top of the key. She'll give over to Hall. Hall will look. Go to Beaver. Beaver lost it for a moment. She picks it back up, and now we'll get a timeout here by Chisago Lakes. And while they take one, we will as well. We'll be back in a minute on KBEK.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on Nice 95.5 KBEK, Wildcats trail by 2 to the Hunters of Denfeld in this playoff game. The crowd has just been steadily increasing as this game has gone along. It's nearly a packed house. Wildcat fans have made the trip. Got some over there on the far side. Good to see them out. Beaver will inbound to Hall after the timeout call by the Wildcats. We'll get 35 into the game again. She is either Lucasen or Pullman. Here's the shot from Thorson, and she gets her own rebound. Kick out to Beaver for 3. Beautiful job there by Thorson to get her own rebound, then kick outside, and Beaver delivers with a big-time 3. They needed that. I think they just needed a spark for their offense to get going once again. Meanwhile, on this near side, Davis was left alone. Defense collapses quickly now. Wide open for 3. This is going to be missed, and Cooksley will get the rebound there for the Wildcats. Beaver will bring it forward, and she'll give to Hall. Hall wants a 3 herself. That one just off the mark. Rebounded there by Rainertson. I like the look there from Hall. Just a little bit too strong on that one. Now it's Hendricks with it. She'll give out far side there to Liddell. Now to Nyland. Back to Hendricks. Hendricks trying to get on this near side, but Hall nearly gets the steal, but just goes out of bounds. What hustle there by Annika Hall to nearly get that ball back for Chisago Lakes. Inbound will go here to Hendricks. Hendricks holding on to it, trying to be very careful where she goes with it. Gives to Nyland. Nyland going to drive on the baseline, and she did. She stepped on it. That last step she took, she stepped right on the baseline before passing it, and nice job there by the Wildcat defense to turn this ball over. Inbound goes to Beaver. She'll give to, again, this is Lukeson or Pullman, so, and I'm not quite sure who it is based off the look, so I apologize. Meanwhile, here's Cooksley. Give outside Hall. Hall fakes a 3. Now she'll drive inside. Try to put one up. That's going to be blocked, and that should be, Wildcat ball. So it was blocked. Didn't quite see who it was. They had about 3 Hunter players there that could have had the block. I couldn't tell you which one definitively got it. They'll inbound to Cooksley. Cooksley will now look. She'll pick up her dribble, give to Thorson. Thorson pulls it down, kick over to Beaver. Beaver, that one pulled in. Now to Thorson. Cooksley. Cooksley will shoot from 3. Oh, man, just off the mark. It was a good look, too. Davis is going to get the rebound there for the Hunters. Man, Cooksley has been just an inch or 2 off on that 3. But when she is able to dial it in, it's going to be good luck. Meanwhile, here's Cooksley. That pass went right to her. She says, thanks for the gift, and now we'll get a foul here on the Hunters. This is going to go against Nyland. Her second, team's 5th, I believe. Or is it their 4th? It is their 4th. Okay. They put up that 4th team foul real quick. So Beaver over to Hall now in the offensive zone. Hall will look. She'll kick to Cooksley. Cooksley to Beaver. Beaver. She'll get a good look. Wanted to go to Thorson. There's nothing there, so instead she'll go to Cooksley. Cooksley back outside Beaver. Beaver going to try and drive. Now to Hall. Hall fakes the shot from 3. Nice move inside. A little too strong there, and that one's going to be missed, and Nyland will get the rebound there for the Hunters. Quickly up the court, they go over to the far side. Davis now here to Rainertson, and that is going to be no good. Oh, somehow falls right into the hands of Hendricks. And now this shot going to be no good, and Cooksley will pull in the rebound. Cooksley spins back around, gives to Beaver, and she's up past the timeline. Beaver will give to Cooksley. Cooksley waiting, being patient, give to Thorson now. Now to Hall. Give over to Beaver on this near side. On the elbow, looking, being patient. I think that's Pullman if I am remembering her face correctly. Cooksley left alone from 3. She'll instead give to 35. This shot is up from 3. It's going to be no good. Oh, nobody there for Chisago Lakes for what should have been an easy rebound. Meanwhile, it's going to be Liddell for the Wildcats. Trying to give it over to Rainertson. Now in the corner. Oh, and going to get a no foul call. They're going to say they both had an opportunity for the ball, but I think Liddell got hit in the head a little bit there. She is up, though, and off to sideline under her own power, which is obviously what we want to see. We don't ever want to see anybody get hurt. So the inbound from Nyland will go to Hendricks, and Hendricks will look. She wanted to go back to Nyland. Thorson says, Uh-oh, Nyland's getting open on this near side. And instead it's Raynertson, but that's going to be no good. And Cooksley will pull in the rebound. So Cooksley, piling up the rebounds here as of late, and here comes Thorson up the court. Thorson will pause, give now to 35. Again, I think that's Pullman. Pullman will try and drive, and she lost it. As she drove, she lost it. And I think it was touched by a Denfeld player on her drive, but then she had another chance to dribble, and then she lost it as she went up. 37-36, 7.5 minutes to go here in this playoff game. Wildcats lead Denfeld. Nyland will now give over to Hendricks. Hunter's in on offense. Nyland nearly had it stolen away by Hall. Now give on this near side to Raynertson, over to Hendricks. Now Hendricks will give back to Davis underneath. Oh, yeah, she didn't establish herself. So Hendricks went out of bounds, came back in, didn't establish herself. She got the pass, and that will be a turnover. Rock will check in for Davis for the Hunters. And the Wildcats will bring it forward. Here's Beaver with it. Beaver will now give to Thorson. Thorson to Hall. Hall had a moment, quick look from three, but defense too good there. Now give to Cooksley. Cooksley will try and drive. Now to Hall. Hall will give, again, I think that's Pullman, and that's going to come up short on the three. Cooksley racing after it, but it's going to come up short. Again, 35 is either Pullman or Lucasen for the Wildcats, as Goring will check back into the game for Cooksley. And I think with this substitution here, a little bit surprised we haven't seen Eagle back into the game yet, but I think with this look, I think they're going to try and get that three-game going once again. Meanwhile, here is Nyland to the basket. I'm going to call a foul here on the Wildcats, but I'm going to respectfully disagree just because I think Nyland initiated that contact herself. Now, I know there's probably a ref expert out there going, well, she can initiate it. She just can't do this and that. And I get it. Just let me have my moment. Just let me let me be wrong and think I'm right, okay? 6:50 to go. Meanwhile, the first one up by Nyland, no good. She does get two, though, in this one. Not going to be good. Rebounded there by Goring. Well, that is big as they keep hold of the lead. She gives to Thorson. Thorson will kick to Beaver. Now to Hall. Hall for three. No good. Rebound up for grabs, but it's going to wind up in the hands of Briara Kidd. And now over to Nyland. Nyland in the backcourt. She does find her way to the front court. This one up for grabs. Stolen away by Hall. Hall, fast break. And drops it in for two. Annika Hall with her first points of the game come off a fast break steal. It's 39-36. That could be the points that kind of kicked this offense into drive. Really, they've been kind of stuck in neutral. Long two's going to find its way in there for Hendricks. At least I thought it was. Should be. They haven't changed the scoreboard. Yeah, there they go. Goring. Trying to drive, trying to open herself up for a look. Meanwhile, she'll get back over to 35. I don't like that look there. That one was blocked, and Raynertson's going to pick up the steal. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the look was there, but Hunters get it back. Give on this near side. Nyland open from three again. But again, Wildcats catch a break as that is missed. Beaver will get the rebound, and then she is bumped on the far sideline. Hendricks with the foul. Although Hendricks will only be her first, I don't like that foul just because it's really unnecessary there if you're the Hunters. Now you've got your fifth team foul, and you really don't want to get into a spot where you're putting Chisago Lakes at the line to shoot free throws, in my opinion, in this type of game. I just don't think that's the type of game you want to play. Meanwhile, after the foul, inbound here will go to Goring. She'll give back to Beaver. Beaver will look for a screen from Hall, which she gets, trying to go inside to Hall, and now that was just over her head on the pass, and Raynertson will get the rebound, or the steal. Give on this near side now to Rock. Rock will be patient with it, trying to drive, and it's going to be stolen away by Goring. I think we got Chisago Lakes got away with a little bit of a foul there. Goring wanted to go for a three. She pulls it down. I think wisely finds somewhere else to go with that ball. She was covered really well. They'll go back inside Larson. Larson trying to give it back outside Beaver for three. That's going to be off the mark. A little too strong, a little bit too much of a line drive shot, and Reynertson another rebound there for the Hunters. Bit of a stalemate as we've been stuck at here. And Davis open from 3. Going to be no good, but Riara Kidd gets the rebound, puts it back up and in for 2, and they have the lead now 40-39. And maybe this is what the Wildcats need. This 3 from Goring going to be off the mark, and right now the Wildcats can't buy a rebound offensively, and that could turn into an issue because they got a few opportunities in the first half. They need to start turning them into opportunities here in the second. Otherwise, their offense really isn't going to have a chance. Meanwhile, this ball is lost. Annika Hall is going to pick it up for the steal. Annika Hall going to drive forward real quick. She kicks outside. Larson for 3. That's good! What a time for her first points of the game. 42-40. Good kick by Annika Hall for that 3. Under 4 minutes to go. Here is Hendricks. Hendricks trying to go inside now to Reynertson. And she looks from 3. That's going to be no good. Goring with the rebound. Goring give to Beaver. Beaver brings it forward. And she'll go over to Hall. Hall for 3. That's going to touch the pulley system for the backboard, and that will be out of play. And here comes Eagle. Eagle will check in for Beaver. Beaver gets a well-deserved breather. And it looks like we'll also get Annika Smith into the game as well. She'll check in for Thorson. So 2 well-deserved breathers here, but Eagle checks back into the game, and I think this is kind of a power move because they're saying, all right, Eagle, we know you're good for defensive rebounds. Let's go get some offensive ones and keep this ball on our side and give ourselves some more opportunities. Meanwhile, on this near side, the pass there to Rock. They'll get it over to Reynertson. Reynertson had it stolen away, blocked and stolen away by Goring. Goring will take it all the way, drops it in for 2. On the fast break, Goring for 2 off the steal and makes it 44-40. Pass now here to Reynertson. She gives to Hendricks. Hendricks looking. She'll give over to Nyland. And you just can't leave her open. Just can't do that. I don't know how many times tonight I've said that, but each and every time she has hit it. You can't allow her to be open like that. Goring. Oh my goodness, she just throws it at the net and it goes in. There are very few young ladies that can do it like that. She's probably one of the only few. What a shot from Goring. Meanwhile, now on the far side, Reynertson going to hit a 3. Well, that's, again, they just got caught flat-footed defensively. And, oh, no. Okay, it's just a cramp. Thank goodness. Thank you, Jesus. Well, we had a Denfeld player go down, and right away she was grabbing at the back of her calf. Never a good sign, but it looks like it's just cramping. Thank you, Jesus. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. 2:23 to go, 47-46. Wildcats with the lead. And I think we're going to get more or less of an injury timeout here. But while they take a look at her, and again, they're just stretching her out, which is good news. We don't ever want anybody to get hurt. But we do a Pine Insurance Player of the Week or Athlete of the Week, whichever one it's called. But we do that each and every week. We announce that on Wednesday mornings during the morning shows. This week, it was Claire Beaver of Chisago Lakes, as well as, who was the other one? Shendel. I forgot his first name. I apologize. But Shendel, a wrestler from Malacca, was also named our KBEK Pine Insurance Athlete of the Week. So congratulations to both of them on that honor. Thanks to Pine Insurance Agency for sponsoring that as well, which also leads me into our Winter Sports Athlete of the Season. We'll announce that at the end of March, beginning of April-ish, depending on how deep our teams go into the playoffs and or state. But we will announce 2 athletes of the season for each station. A boy and girl for KBK, a boy and girl for WCMP. And again, that will be at the end of March, beginning of April. Meanwhile, here come the Wildcats out of the timeout with under 2.5 to go. Here's Hall working on this far side. She'll give to Smith. Kick all the way across the court to Larson. That was a dangerous pass. Now Larson nowhere to go with it. Larson being bothered and gets called for the travel. So there must have been a slight pickup with the plant foot or something because, I don't know, it looked clean to me. But again, I don't have the best angle either. Meanwhile, this ball nearly up for grabs. Reynertson does pull it down. This ball, it somehow gets to Briasha Kid, and she draws a foul. This is going to go, I think, against Eagle. Yeah, her second. And Beaver getting ready to check back into the game here. 1:52 to go. And Briasha Kid makes the first, and that's going to tie us up at 47. Beaver will check in for Annika Smith. This one good as well. So Kid hits them both. That gives them the 1-point lead, 48-47. Here's Beaver give to Larson, though. Larson will drive inside, kick out Annika Hall for three. Good! Annika Hall, that's a big one, 50-48. Now just don't allow anybody to get open out on the perimeter, which they do there. Hendricks, though, is going to miss, and Briasha Kid pulls in the rebound, kick outside. That ball stolen away by Goring, and she's fouled. That's a big steal there for Goring. Nice job just holding on to that one. It is only going to be the sixth foul, though, on Duluth Denfeld, the first there for Davis, so they are one away from putting Chisago Lakes into the bonus. Nice steal there by Goring. That is big, 50-48 after the Annika Hall three. Here comes Beaver off the inbound. Beaver will want to hand it to Hall. Instead, she'll go to Goring. Goring, she'll try and drive inside. She lost it, still picks it back up. Hall, she'll give out to Eagle. To Beaver, elbow three. Going to be long, and rebounded there by Rock. 50-48, but here's Nyland. This is the one young lady you don't want to leave. Well, you really don't want to leave any of these young ladies open outside the perimeter, and they're going to take some time off the clock with under a minute to go. 53 and 52 and 51, nearly stolen away, and we're going to get a timeout called here by Denfeld after that ball was nearly lost by Reynertson. Timeout there by the Hunters, and I think this would be a 30. And if that is, we will keep it here. It will be. So with that, we'll keep it here. Be sure to stay tuned after the conclusion of this game. We will get ready for our post-game show brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. Check out their Facebook page for their Pizza of the Month. There's always something unique and delicious. That's Pizza Pub of Pine City. Again, your post-game show coming up after the conclusion of this one. 50-48 is the score. Timeout recently called here by the Hunters of Denfeld. This is still anybody's game. So the Hunters will have the ball out of the timeout. It's 50-48, 50 seconds exactly to go, 18 seconds to shoot on the shot clock for Duluth Denfeld. Here we go. Inbound will go to Reynertson. Reynertson will look. She'll give to Hendricks. Hendricks trying to drive. They're going to try and pop out Nyland, and Nyland is open again. That one's going to miss. Rebounded by Hendricks. She drops it in for two. That ties us at 50. Here we go. 32 seconds, 31. Shot clock, game clock separated by a second, and that'll be a timeout call by Wildcats. Will be back after a word from our fine sponsor. If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Rice Krispie Sheet Treat, just $14.99. Sweet Chaos Drizzled Popcorn are just $2 for $8. Snack Time Frosted Pretzels only $5.99 each. Ghirardelli Milk Chocolate Snowmen are just $7.99. And Shirley Temple 7-Up 12-packs, 2 for $12. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Well, in this type of game, you almost don't want anybody to lose. This has been so closely and evenly matched throughout the entirety of this one. You almost hate to see it end, but one team will have to come away with the win. One team will, unfortunately, have their season come to an end. Let's see. 32 seconds left, 31 on the shot clock. Beaver will try and inbound to Hall. Now she's got to inbound quickly. She does find Eagle just in time, who will hand it back to Beaver. Beaver will try and get around her defender. She'll drive, hand to Larson. Larson just does get it in time now out to Goring. Goring. She's trying to get around a couple of defenders. On the far side, trying to get it to Larson. It's out of bounds. Well, that is the exact opposite of what you needed, because now there's 13 seconds and Hunter's obviously just going to go for the last second shot. Well, that is the worst, maybe not the worst, but almost the worst thing that could have happened there for your Chisago Lakes. Because now the Hunters are just going to go for the last second shot. Here's Nyland. Here we go. 10 seconds, 8 now. Did we get a timeout by Denfeld? I think we did. So timeout here by Duluth Denfeld. 7 seconds to go in the game. It'll be a minute. So while they take one, we'll take 30 seconds.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Back here on KBK, we've got, 7 seconds to go in the game. We're tied at 50. Turnover there by Chisago Lakes gave this ball back to the Hunters. And with 7 seconds to go, they're obviously just going to try and take the last shot of the game. And they've been pretty good from outside, so I watch for that. So we obviously got to play very close and try and not allow anybody open. It's been hard to do tonight. We'll see. Are we headed for OT, or will someone win it in regulation? Hunters will get set to inbound. Here's Hendricks on the far side. 7 seconds to go. Here's Nyland. She'll give it off. It's stolen away. One. Yes. So it was stolen away by the Wildcats. Beaver got the steal. And we've got 0.9 seconds to go. Timeout called there by Chisago Lakes. We're going to, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take 30 once again.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden french fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
We may be headed for OT. There is under 1 second to go on the game clock. The Wildcats got a huge steal to get the ball back, but again, there is under 1 second to go. So, depending on the defense that Denfeld has, which I'm guessing they'll play close up, you will get the inbound and then have to chuck it. They're going to put a couple 0.4 seconds back on the clock, so 1.3. So you have a chance for a quick inbound, quick pass, and then a shot. That is it. And they're going to have Larson on the sideline. Here we go. Are we headed for OT? Let's find out. 1.3 on the game clock. No shot clock, obviously. Larson will inbound. Obviously, they're going to try and go to Goring. And Goring couldn't get it off. Goring thought she was held. And, I don't know. It's tough to say yes or no on that one. I think you could have gone either way. But in that situation, I like the no call. You don't you don't want the game to end like that, especially at the free throw line. So I'm okay with that one being not called because, again, I don't think it was enough. While I think it could have been, I think in a playoff game, you'll let that one go. So that is going to do it for regulation, ladies and gentlemen. We are headed to overtime in this one. Neither team could decide it in regulation. So we're headed to OT here at Duluth Denfeld High School in this Section 7-3A playoff game between the Hunters of Duluth Denfeld and your Chisago Lakes Wildcats. It's been a fun second half of action. But now we get to go into the overtime period where one of these teams will come away with the win. And I'm going to say unfortunately because, well, the loser season does end, so that's the unfortunate part about it. But here we go. We are headed for OT. This has been a fantastic game. And again, I mentioned it in the pregame. I thought these two teams matched up really good on paper. And I thought it was going to be a really tight game. I don't even know if I thought it was going to be this tight of a game, but here we are. The Wildcats, by the way, had 11 steals in this second half, giving them a total of 15. So, and they only had, what, 6 fouls as well. So both teams each have 6 fouls. We're ready for our 4-minute overtime period, and we'll head back to half court for a tip-off. So there's a little bit of the discussion as to what hoop the Wildcats are going to. So looks like the Wildcats will continue to go right to left, Hunters left to right. And this one going to be taken by Hall. Hall will look, she'll give to Beaver. And Beaver will be patient with it. Now she tries to drive. Puts up a shot, too strong. Rebounded there by Briasha Kidd. Now here's Hendricks. Hendricks drive inside. That one's going to be no good. Rebound to Kidd again. This time she lost it, and it's taken back by Beaver on the steal. Beaver will kick over to Hall. Hall wanted that three. Instead, she'll lob it into Beaver. Or excuse me, that's Eagle. Shot too strong. Reinertson gets the rebound. And I know what Eagle was trying to do there, but she just couldn't quite get the defender to go by. Meanwhile, Goring saw that one from a mile away. Gets the steal. Give off to Hall. Hall is fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot two. Meanwhile, here's Nyland coming up a little limpy. I think she's got a cramp now in her left calf. I hate to see that. Nyland will pick up the foul, her third, team 7th. But Nyland is trying to stretch out that calf there as we get 2 free throws here from Annika Hall. First one's going to be no good. That's less than ideal. But in this second half, man, every little point has been that much more magnified than the first. And I know it's a Booger McFarland saying, "Oh, each point matters." Yes, but I mean, just to tell you how much this 1 point could mean, man, this could be the difference. Meanwhile, here's Hendricks on the far side. Hendricks will try and get it to Nyland. Nyland back over to Reinertson. That's going to be no good, and Beaver gets the rebound. Beaver up the court quickly, trying to go to Goring. Yeah, that's just an ill-advised pass there. Reinertson steps in the way for the steal. Don't like that pass. That's just, that in this spot, just not a good pass. Meanwhile, here's the shot, no good. Rebounded by Eagle, and Nyland is hurting. Man, I think she must be cramping in that calf a little bit more than we think, and she's not moving like she used to, and hopefully she's able to drink some water and stretch out that calf. Meanwhile, Goring wanted the three. Instead, she'll pull it down. Now shot from the free throw line. No good. Eagle can't get it, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Denfeld. And Davis will check into the game. No, they were going to get her in for Nyland, but Nyland going to stick it out. Well, it's a playoff game. I'm not surprised that none of these young ladies are going to come out. Beaver will try and inbound. She'll go to Goring on the far side. Goring for three. It's good! Rayanne Goring for three makes it 54-50. Now the Wildcats need to make sure they are extra careful defending the perimeter, because a three erases this now 4-point lead, and it completely changes the outlook and feel. Meanwhile, the kick on the far side to Ray Nertston. She'll go along 2, and that's going to be good. That's okay. It's not a 3. 54-52. Here's Goring again, trying to go inside to Eagle. Spin back around, put up a shot. It's going to be no good, and apparently they only had a hand on the ball, so no foul call there. Kidd will get the rebound. They'll give on this near side, Ray Nertston. And Goring again, but Kidd is going to pick it up off the tip. And Ray Nertston for 3. That's not what you needed. Well, that's exactly what I was talking about. You couldn't have that because now all of a sudden here's momentum shift back the other way. Beaver will go inside to Eagle. She'll kick outside Goring. Goring again from 3. That's good! And momentum back with the Wildcats, 57-55. Creeping up on a minute to go, 57-55. Well, this is sure playoff basketball if you weren't aware. Under a minute now. Nyland, she's bothered, and she'll get through. Finds it to Ray Nertston. She just comes up with it before it goes out of bounds. Trying to look inside, trying to go all the way across court here to Hendricks. Hendricks being bothered by Hall. Now into a double team. Kicks there to Rock. And before we go too much further, we're going to get a timeout here called by Denfeld. 44 seconds to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 30-second timeout called there by Denfeld. We will keep it here. We are not going anywhere, folks. Overtime, Wildcats lead 57-55. Wow. What a game this has been. We got into the end of regulation tied at 50 apiece. And now in the overtime period, the action has just been the same. There has not been any lack of action here in this one. Man, these teams just continue to go at it. This has been more than I think any of us could have saw coming in this one. This is a great way to start playoffs, man. What a great game it has been. Again, it's these types of games that you just hate to see anybody lose because it's just been such a good game. Can they tie and both move on? So here we go. Hunters will inbound out of the timeout. They give to Nyland. And Nyland will get a screen, trying to find Ray Nertston. 8, 7, and now 6 to shoot. That ball is going to come up well short there for Nyland, and I think that calf is bothering her a lot more. Hunters say it was tipped. Referees don't agree. We're going to get a timeout called here by the Wildcats. And I think it's going to be, I don't know if that was a full or what. It's going to be a full. So we'll take 30 seconds and be back.
When Minnesota winter hits hard, you want a heating expert who gets central Minnesota. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance, your hometown pros for furnaces, repairs, and smart upgrades that keep your home warm without burning cash. Locally owned, trusted for decades. Fast, honest service from people who live where you live. Stay warm, Minnesota. Dale's Heating and Appliance, the local heating experts who've got you covered. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com to set up your consultation today.
Back here on KBEK, timeout called there by the Wildcats. 35.4 seconds to go in the game, 35 seconds to shoot. Now, this will be interesting. I'm guessing the Wildcats will try and take as much time off the clock as they can. And then I don't know about what time that will be left that Denfeld will try and foul. But if you're the Wildcats, the most ideal situation would be take that thing all the way down to 1 second left on the shot clock, take the final shot, there's the game. That would be obviously the perfect scenario. This game, I don't think that's going to happen just because this game has been so crazy, but you never know. 35.4 left, 35 on the shot clock. Here we go. Beaver will bring it forward for the Wildcats, and again, they're just going to try and play some keep away here. At least I would think so. Goring will get it. And she'll dribble out of there. She'll dribble now to the far side. They'll keep this ball going, Beaver. And they're going to try and foul now. And there's the foul. They took off a lot of time. 27 seconds is what they were able to take off the clock there before Goring was fouled by Rock. It's only her second. And Goring will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Now this is where this can get very interesting because it's a 1-and-1. First one's up, no good. That's why I say it's interesting. Oh, she stepped on the baseline. It was rebounded by Rain Hurston, but she stepped out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Wildcats. Oh, my. So the Wildcats get it back. Inbound to Eagle, and Eagle's fouled. They're going to get this one on Briera Kidd, her third. 4.3 to go. Again, still a 1-1. This game far from over. 4.3 to go. It's good! The free throw is good by Madison Eagle. That makes it 3. So even if she misses this one, we can only go to a double overtime if the Hunters were to make it. Come on, Madison. One more. And that'll seal it! Madison Eagle hits them both, 59-55, and that will just about wrap this game up. 59-55, Madison Eagle with the 2 biggest free throws of her current career in this game. Make it a 4-point difference with only 4 seconds to go, and that will pretty much wrap this thing up. What a game. What 2 free throws there by Eagle. Such clutch free throws from Madison Eagle to drop those in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm losing my voice already. I've got 3 more games this week. And I've got a playoff game again tomorrow, so it should be interesting. But what good free throws there by Madison Eagle. Overcoming the noise, coming up clutch. And now, if you're the Wildcats, hands up, do not foul. You're okay with them even getting a 3. You're okay with a long shot. You're okay with them even getting a 2 because the clock is just going to roll. The clock is just going to continue to roll. But man, oh man, the 2 biggest shots of the night come from Madison Eagle at the free throw line. And she got the second because she made the first, so it becomes a clutch free throw and then clutch free throws. So this just about does it. We've got to inbound, and then we'll get a shot, and that would pretty much do it. Here we go. 3, 2, and that's going to do it. The Wildcats come away with the win in overtime. 59-55, and the Wildcats are moving on. What a game. What a win. And the Wildcats are moving on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. After a word from our fine sponsors, we'll be back with our postgame show brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. You'll want to stay tuned for this postgame.
Stay connected with ECE Fiber. Get fast, reliable internet for your work-from-home needs. No more lag during virtual meetings. Manage your account easily with the ECE Fiber mobile app. ECE Fiber. Simple, local, reliable. Visit orderecefiber.com. That's orderecefiber.com.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Hey Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Here at Pine City Family Chiropractic, we want to help you feel your best every day by offering a variety of services to help you recover from an injury, perform your best at sports, or just to help you unwind after a long work week. Let our team of highly trained chiropractors, massage therapists, and acupuncturists help you rest, recover, and restore your physical and mental well-being. Call us today at 320-629-6717 to schedule your next wellness day.
If you're gonna stop and fuel up, you might as well stop at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store. And if you need a little something for that party, right now save on Pepsi 12 packs are 2 for $16. Firewood bundles get 3 for $26. Mix and match breakfast and lunch sandwiches are just 2 for $6. And don't forget, Food Network's Guy Fieri's Flavortown menu line, burritos, sandwiches, and churros. Fill up, load up, and save at your Pine City Freeway Holiday Station store today. Back here on KBEK, it's now time for our post-game show brought to you by Pizza Pub of Pine City. What a game it was. Chisago Lakes gets the victory here over Denfeld, 59-55 in overtime to advance to the semifinals where they will play up at Rockridge against the Wolverines. That game will take place then on the 28th, which would be this Saturday up there in Rockridge. Sadly, we won't be able to get out there to that one. I apologize. So, but be sure to stay tuned. I'm sure someone will be covering that one for Rockridge. Or head on up there yourself. It is the weekend after all, so why not make the trip? But what a game here for the Wildcats. It was a fun one. After the first half, they led 30-28. At the beginning of the second half, it looked like, okay, Denfeld's kind of got all momentum headed their way, and then all of a sudden, some big plays defensively there for the Wildcats. Then they would come back, get a few threes themselves, and then they would have the lead, and then it was back and forth there at the end of the game, and Wildcats had the lead, but Denfeld made some good shots late, and we went into overtime tied at 50. And then in the overtime period, it was pretty much all Wildcats. They got out to a 4-point lead, which is then diminished by a 2. Then they quick took the lead by 1, and then Goring came back with a huge 3 to retake the lead. And then Madison Eagle, the 2 biggest free throws of her career so far, came right at the end of this game. She made the first on a 1-and-1, which allowed her to get a second opportunity. She made that one. That made it a 4-point difference, which pretty much sealed it with 4 seconds to go, and it did, as Denfeld had no choice, as they had to just throw one up, and they missed. So the Wildcats are on to round 2, where they'll play up in Virginia, Minnesota, at Rockridge High School on Saturday at 1. And, man, what a game for the Wildcats. What a win here in overtime. Take a look at the stats here from the game. Leading the way for the Wildcats, it was Rayanne Goring with 18 points, and Claire Beaver with 15, 9 for Madison Eagle. And again, 2 of those 9 points are the biggest ones that she may have so far in her career. Then you had 6 for Annika Hall, and 4 for McKenna Thorson, 3 for Kayla Larson. Those 3 points may not seem that big, but the time that 3 came in, oh man, it was huge for this game. Then you had 2 points for Mariana Cooksley and Annika Smith. Rebound-wise, Madison Eagle led the team with 9, but Larson close behind with 7. They had 17 steals, 4 in the first half, 11 in the second half, and 2 here in the overtime period, and they only had 6 fouls. They did not get a foul in the overtime period. So a big win here for the Wildcats. The defense stepped up when it needed to there in that second half, because it looked like it was going to be all Denfeld. But then their defense was able to step up in a big way and make some plays and obviously grab some key takeaways and then get back up the other way and go and turn those into points. And they come away with a 59-55 victory. And what did I say at the beginning of this one, ladies and gentlemen? I said 60 points might be the threshold. And if you can hold Denfeld under 50 or under 60 and score around that 60 mark, I think that's what would be the difference. And it was. The Wildcats score 59. They hold the Hunters to under 60 at 55. So that wound up being the difference. Now, again, I said it too, that may not be necessarily the entire factor, but it did play a little bit of a factor. And I think if Denfeld was able to score around that 59 mark, maybe this would have been a different story. But great job by the Wildcats defensively to come up with some big plays at the end of this one and get those shots to fall when they needed it. It was Rayanne Goring with the big shots late, along with, just all of the players out there who made those shots late, made this game what it is, and they're winning in this playoff game and headed to Rockridge on Saturday. So congratulations here to Chisago Lakes. What a win in overtime, and they are moving on. Thank you to our loyal listener for tuning in here to this game. I appreciate it so much. I know you're not listening for me. I know it's for the athletes, but I appreciate it because with your listenership, you keep my job secure. So if you're looking in ways to stay up to date with all things local sports on our local radio station, be sure to stay tuned and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That way, every time we go live, you'll get the notification. All you have to do is click on the notification. It will take you right to the live video or audio. It's live video during the regular season, audio only during playoffs. Another way you can stay tuned is our morning show on KBEK at 7:30 and 8:30 with Adam Hefty, where I'll talk local sports at those times. We'll talk games that have happened, games that are coming up, and all of that, and then some regional and national sports as well. You can stay tuned to our website at kbek.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we have coming up for that week of play. And also on our websites, you can find interviews with coaches and players, as well as articles from games that we have been at. Another way to stay tuned is our social medias, our Facebook and Instagram for KBEK Radio, and then our X or Twitter at Q Media Sports. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do whatever you have to do on our social medias to stay up to date with all things local sports. Once again, the final here in this one, the Wildcats are moving on after defeating Denfeld in overtime, 59-55. They'll play Rockridge on Saturday up in Virginia. For KBK, I want to remind you, be kind to everybody. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. As a man of God myself, it is in the Bible, it's commanded to love everybody. Love thy neighbor, love thine enemy, and we definitely need more of that in the world today. For Nice 95.5 FM, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
That concludes our broadcast from KBEK Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit kbek.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station, or the Nice 95.5 mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. Nice 95.5 is KBEK FM, Mora.